Hello everyone, this video is in aid of Mental Health Awareness Week, which this year runs from the 8th until the 15th of May. Last year for Mental Health Awareness Week, I posted a video sharing my story with anxiety and depression. I will link that video in the description down below. This year, basically, this is just a really short video to invite you guys to share your stories with me, with people you know, because as I've said in previous videos, I think it's really, really important to talk about the things that are hurting us from the inside. And anxiety, depression and suicide rates are at their highest amongst under 30s in a long time. At least they are in the UK anyway, and I can only assume that this is due to society pressures. The job market isn't great, our houses are really expensive, we feel an increasing pressure to get married and have children. There's just so much. I'm assuming that social media may contribute sometimes as well, but again, there doesn't really have to be a specific reason. I mean, there wasn't really a specific trigger or reason for me developing my problems. I was actually in a very comfortable job, in a very comfortable relationship when my anxiety and depression really hit me. So there doesn't have to be a reason, but I would imagine that the increased rates are obviously directly correlated to our changing world and the changes in our society to what there were in our parents' generation. So there will be people your age and probably people that you know that do understand how you feel, and it's all about opening up to them and basically just sharing your stories and finding those people who understand you, because I guarantee there are definitely people who relate to you. Me, just for one of them, but I'm sure there are people in your own lives too. A couple of things have happened in my life recently that have kind of made me realise how big this problem is. I recently had a conversation with a close member of my family, not of my generation, thank God, and I was telling her about how there are so many YA books and films out there now that deal with topics like depression and suicide, and she was completely shocked by this, and she feels that teenagers shouldn't be exposed to that kind of thing because they already have their own internal problems and they already have kind of heightened emotions, which you do as a teenager, and she feels that being exposed to that kind of thing would trigger them in some way, and she thinks that teenage fiction and teenage films should really not deal with those kinds of things. And I was just completely thrown by the idea of this, that depressed teenagers and teenagers who deal with suicide, if things were to go the way that she wants teenage fiction and teenage film to go, then they would not have those characters to relate to. And I couldn't really understand that thinking at all, because everyone needs characters and people who they relate to so that they don't feel alone, so that they know that there's someone who doesn't think they're weird, who completely understands how they feel. Because obviously when you're around like-minded people, no matter how you feel, whether you are up or down, it always makes you feel better, because suddenly you feel like you're not alone, like you're not a weirdo, and that there are people who feel exactly the same as you. So, any exposure that we can get about these kinds of things and any way we can tap into how these people are actually feeling is a really, really good thing. So that is it for this video. Please share your stories. You don't have to share them with me, obviously, if you don't want to, but just share them with somebody, because I guarantee there is someone out there who is listening.